Good morning. My name is Franklin Lewis, and I will be introducing the keynote speaker, Mr. Nicole P. McClary, was born and raised in Rochester, New York. He completed his undergraduate studies at Albany State University, earning a bachelor's in education. However, Ms. McClary spent most of his career managing a construction company in upstate New York. Mr. McClary decided to fulfill his dreams and returning back to the field of education. He earned a master's in education from Roberts Wesleyan College in May 2011. Mr. McClary taught special education in Rochester City Public Schools before relocating to Maryland. Mr. McClary has been a teacher for Charles County Public Schools for 2 years and currently teaches 5th grade. He's a husband and father to a beautiful wife and 2 daughters, Kamari, Joy, and Nayla Grace. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Nicole P. McClary to the stage.
I want to thank Trell, and he did an outstanding job introducing me. I have to have you introduce me all the time, Trell. Great job. I want to first of all let each and every one of you know that we are elated to have you here with us this morning. I want to thank the administration, my colleagues for giving me this opportunity to say some encouraging words to our 5th grade graduating class. Young men and young ladies, I want you to know that you have been blessed with tremendous ability to accomplish all of your dreams and hopes. Young men, this morning I want you to know that you are handsome. Young ladies, you are beautiful. You are intelligent and you are special. You have been given all of the essential qualities to lead an amazing life. It is important for you to know as you embark on the next phase of your life that you can achieve greatness if you apply yourself and work hard. Today, as we take a moment to honor all that you have accomplished in elementary, we also cautiously warn you of what lies ahead. The next 7 years will have a tremendous impact on your life. For it is in these 7 years that the body of work that you produce in middle school and in high school will determine what choices you will have. Many young people did not realize this fact until it was too late. They failed to take their education seriously, and when their 7 years were up, they found themselves with few options after high school. Many of them have found it extremely difficult to take care of themselves and find good jobs. They say to themselves, and many people, if I can just turn back the hands of time. It is important that you realize this morning that education is crucial to fulfilling all your hopes and your dreams. Remember to always work hard. Give it your best every single day. Many people did not have the opportunity that you currently have. My grandfather, he lost his father at the age of 3 and immediately had to start working at the age of 4 as a sharecropper in the South. He didn't have an opportunity to go to school to get an education. And to this day, he cannot read. But he did not let that handicap affect his life. I am proud to say he's 89 years old. He has a successful real estate business, and he can quote several hundred scriptures from the Bible, and he can't read. My father did not have enough opportunity to go to school as well because he had to work the land. But I'm proud to say that as I stand here this morning, that he's a successful businessman, and he has worked hard to allow me and my siblings the opportunity that you have this morning. Please take your education seriously. I mentioned them because I want to emphasize to you that many people did not have this opportunity that you have. Take full advantage of it. Lessons that I want you to open your mind and your hearts to this morning. I want you to remember these two lessons, and I promise you that they will take you far in life. The first lesson you know well. Mr. Evans and Mrs. Brown, they have taught you these lessons throughout the last 5 years of your life. And all the staff here at Dr. Brown, the teachers, have instilled these lessons in you, or this particular lesson in you. We say, and you have said for the last 5 years, every morning, be respectful, respect others, respect property, respect learning. Graduating class, the first lesson that I want you to make sure that you hide in your heart and never forget, always be respectful. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. May I? Pardon me. Please excuse me. I cannot emphasize how important this is. Make sure you practice this at home with your siblings, with your parents, with your grandparents, those that have taken the time and energy to take care of you. Show respect to them. And this will allow you, when you come to environments like school and when you're in the community, when you are respectful, I guarantee you it will take you places. It will open up doors that you don't even know exist. You sow goodness when you are respectful. I recall hearing a story one time of a young man named Frank. He was in the 5th grade. He was a good young man. He worked hard. He didn't get all A's and B's, but he gave his best effort in school, and he was respectful. There was one occasion in the lunchroom where students were picking on another student named Sean because he had a hole in his sneakers and his short was torn. And Frank came over to his rescue and took the attention off of him and told his classmates, that's not nice, that's not being respectful. Well, the young man, Sean, never forgot about that experience. And as time went on, years passed, Frank, he went on to be successful engineer. But the economy changed, and he fell on hard times. He lost his home, and he found himself in a shelter. One morning, he woke up, and he read in the local newspaper that there was a factory hiring. So that morning he got dressed and he went. And as he turned the corner and he looked at the factory, he saw many, many hundreds of people standing in line trying to find work. And as he stood there in line, he saw a man approaching, just walking on the side of the line, looking and checking papers and asking questions. This man approached him and looked at him and he stopped. And he said, Frank, is that you? And he looked up and he said, yes. He said, do you remember me? I was in your 5th grade class. Frank said, yes, I do remember you. He said, why are you here? He put his head down and said, I fell on hard times. I'm trying to find a job. Well, the young man said, come with me. He took him in the faculty and let him take a shower, gave him some clean clothes, and he took him up to the top floor and to this office where this man sat behind the desk. And he said, Father, you remember that time, long time ago in 5th grade when I came home and I was crying because the kids were picking on me because I had a hole in my shoe and my shirt was torn. This is the young man right here that came to my aid. And the father said to him, thank you. You don't know the hope that you gave my son. He was distraught. He was in tears. He was hurting. And you came and assisted him. And his son said, well, he's here looking for a job. His father said, well, what do you do? He said, I'm an engineer. He said, well, we're looking for an engineer. And his father gave him a job right there on the spot. You see, by him being respectful in the 5th grade, he was sowing goodness. He was opening up doors that he did not know even existed. And he was able to land a job, to get back on his feet. I encourage you, I implore with you this morning, 5th grade, be respectful. Learn how to do it, and it starts at home. There's one more lesson before I take my seat that I think that is very